Welcome in, everybody. Hope you all had a good Friday. We're going to get into an October check-in. This is going to be one of many. I'm going to do a collective energetic check-in once a week going forward. Trying to reserve some time for members as well. So that's definitely a factor in all of this. So members. There's going to be time slots available for you. Please take only what resonates, leave what doesn't. My readings tend to trigger people, so if it triggers you, heal from it. Evolve. Rise. Allow it to help you to become the best version of yourself. Better to sit with it and meditate on it, alchemize it, and understand it, than just look at it with a dumb head. A dumb, closed-minded mind. This reading is going to be a little bit more structured. I'm debating on doing more than one timeline. It just all depends on how many people are going to show up tonight. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just waiting for everybody to show up. I'm really hoping tonight's message pardon me, is an uplifting one. Okay, so let's look into the energy of. Going to start with a vibe check. Welcome in, just Michael, Renee. Okay, so some of you might be feeling cautious, insecure with yourself, and guarded. I can sort of relate. It's the feeling of maybe not really knowing how to take people anymore because of what you've endured. You kind of have no other you don't have any cause other than that. We got two-faced on the bottom of the deck. So already we're starting off strong. You could be dealing with a two-faced individual. Maybe that's why you're cautious. Some of you might be feeling trapped, stuck, with no options. Unforgiveness. If you're dealing with somebody that is trying to make you feel stagnant and they don't feel they have the need to apologize, you have every right speaking up on your story. Somebody's wishing that they have a second chance with you, but not after you rip their mask off. You've rendered them speechless. This is definitely a karmic that tried to build a bridge with you again. But they're very much inconsiderate and greedy. Okay. Spirit, can we, change the tune, please? This is not what I want to be tapping into, collective. Somebody doesn't want to be a dirty little secret anymore. Somebody wants to make something official with you. And Spirit's saying this is yesterday's news. The audacity to think they have a second chance, yeah. It's either choose the past or choose possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. Yeah, this person's blocked out. And because they're blocked out, they want to try to block you from your possibilities. As if they have a say in what you're going to do with your life. Yeah, they're trying to create stagnance, get you stuck. Dead end. Yep. Okay. Yeah, just what I thought. You can either follow your dreams and have literally nothing holding you back now. After all this work you've done. You can step into a new timeline without any worry or fear. Or you can go back to the past, to the people that you blocked out. For really good reason, I might add. You could have been family members or people that you thought of family that clearly showed their true colors. And it's almost as if they wanted you to be burned out, burdened. But you were done feeling exhausted. You dropped the emotions, you dropped the fear of that whole bit. There was a lot of toxicity here. You were drowning. They wanted you over your head, rock bottom, creating disharmony. I really wish there was something better of a vibe. Spirit, come on. What's collective vibe for October? Let's get into it. Collectively, what's the vibe for my collective? Stagnant, stuck, dead end, frozen. Interesting. Welcome in Sheila, Patricia, Rachel. Is this the karmic energy? It is certain. Okay. So so the karmics are feeling all stagnant. Trying to figure out how to be not so empty, not so burdened. Trying to stay out of the legal system. Gambling. Maybe they took a trip to Vegas. Yeah, they're hiding. Trying not to face consequences. Enjoying the nightlife, I guess. Maybe they're stripping, gambling, hanging out in Vegas. Archangel Michael's protecting you from all of this. There's definitely some sort of envy happening. Competition. Somebody's not happy. What are they not happy with? Not making you feel hopeless. They wanted you at a loss. They wanted you in a depression, feeling hopeless. Spirit animals, pray tell. You have a better message for us. What energies should we be focusing on for the month of October? Friendship. Happiness. Well, that provides, Spirit. Thank you. You have a message, or you could have somebody messaging you. Could be a friend. This friend could bring you happiness. Something about maybe needing help with abundance. They're not so assertive, though. They're rather passive. This person genuinely loves you, even though they're just a friend. They're not really prepared for the new you, but you are protected. Somebody didn't really take into consideration of your higher calling. They thought you were just a singer. But I get a feeling you've had to reinvent yourself many times. Trying to simulate and bring your abilities to work. So it's kind of had you pretzel yourself in a particular way. And I can't say there's anything supernatural about it, you just have a lot of experience with certain things. If there's anything that you could mark, it might be something to think about. This doesn't to say that you don't have supernatural protection. You noble soul, you question your intuition too much. But if you didn't and you followed it, it would bring you prosperity. It would introduce you to your higher calling. Something to do with the community. Yeah, there's something about a partnership. I got a lot of fast-moving energy with this partnership. Like, once this partnership happens, you haven't met this person yet, but once this partnership happens, shit's about to get real. And for the most part, you don't even see this coming. Wow. Taken as a metaphor, this partner will want to sing with you. You will feel genuinely safe with this person. There will be no question. That was good energy. Okay, what's the overall energy in 3 or less for the month of October? Alchemizing bad luck. Understanding about the sense of adventure, but it's not about mastering action, though. I'm getting somebody's talking shit to the... Someone is going to have to take action to deal with what's going on. Somebody literally has no grace. And all because they choose to love. Yeah. There's going to be some sort of a message coming in about a particular situation. Somebody's trying to screw with your abundance and your higher calling and your ability to reinvent yourself. And they're trying to create a position where you don't bounce back. That's their hope. That message isn't for everybody. Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light. We got the Ace of Swords coming up. So there's clarity coming in the first week of October. Revelations. Moments of clarity, moments of intuition, downloads, messages. Messages of equal reciprocation, love. All of this is going to kind of sideswipe you. At least it's meant to. It's a major wake-up call to what you were truly dealing with. There's something about standing on business. Yeah, somebody's coming in fast. Somebody from your past. They want to bring this tower out of alignment and bring some sort of wish fulfillment to what you're building. This is somebody that isn't going to need to apologize to you. I'm really picking up on the fact that this is somebody new. And this is genuine compassion. It seems they broke off a different or previous commitment. Or you very well could turn this person away because of no apology. Somebody's going to try to balance something out on family foundations. Now, this doesn't have to be with your family, but they're going to utilize the family dynamic as an excuse. It's supposed to be there's supposed to be conflict there with this Five of Swords. And by some odd reason, they want you to be compassionate. So I do believe there's a new energy coming in, and I also understand there's an energy coming in from this as well. Somebody wants to just calm the waters. It seems as though they want to bring some sort of wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment, but I think this is a recognition that this is your own wish fulfillment. In essence, you're complete. It's not something that you need. I think this is going to be a realization to you for all the seeds that you planted, all the work that you've done. And it seems as though you've gotten yourself out of this tower. You've made the changes that you need to make to try to better yourself. And you're still making those changes. You're focused. But with the Nine sitting here, this is telling me that you're sufficient on your own. You're not needing anybody to fill any particular cup or anything like that. You don't really need emotional value. You're very independent that way. And with the 9, this is an independence. This is, you're nearing your 10 of cups with the 9. The 9 is singular, independence. The 10 is more family-based, specifically with the 10 of Pentacles here. It's almost as if somebody is going to come in and they're not going to have to apologize. It's just a weird energy. And then there's going to be one that you're going to be rather irritated the fact that they didn't think that they needed to apologize for what they've done. And you're just supposed to take the bouquet of flowers and be okay with it. They see in this energy of wish fulfillment, independent wish fulfillment. And I think you're going to recognize that you didn't need this person. But now all of a sudden, they need you. And this is after you've separated. Somebody was masking their true feelings. Somebody wasn't even the... There's definitely a disconnect. An official disconnect. It's really when the stakes get a little higher, people start focusing on what's important. And then the clarity sets in. And Spirit's got me saying it's a little too late in the back of my head. You've elevated to a certain particular degree, collective, that this person was a lesson. To use your discernment. To tap intuition. Regardless what they say about it. The more you empower yourself, the better it is. The more you understand from it, the more wisdom that you can take from it, the more information that you can apply it to your life. That's the biggest part of the takeaway. From any trauma, any stress, any bullshit that we ever go through, just the fact that we've experienced it and we survived. We've endured. Gotta remember to celebrate our little wins once in a while. Alright, Spirit, what about another timeline? See else's timeline. What does October look like for the first week? Collectively? Emotional codependent. Coming to an end. Somebody's dropping burdens. And you're focusing on yourself. Okay, this is good news. Yeah, there's something about a Six of Cups. Very nostalgic. Three of Pentacles. Thinking of all the shit that didn't work out. Wanting to end the cycle. And move beyond it. That makes sense. You do have it in your cards. Okay, so there will be revealed to you, and there will be equal, there's gifts, there's thing coming in for you. The Six of Pentacles. It's very equal reciprocation. The sun, it represents a lot of joy. It represents illumination. Spirit saying it very well could take you by surprise. It's for standing in your truth. how you walked away, how you evolved, how you stood on truth, how you stuck up for yourself through this treacherous new beginning. There will be independence here. You will be, this will all be good things are coming, collective. Yeah, keep this close to your chest. Somebody wants to come in and get you to rethink things. It's almost as if they want to unravel what you've healed and manipulate you to the point where you won't walk away. Meanwhile, you already have. Yeah, you've got nothing this person anymore. And now they offer you a 10 of Cups. It's really giving me this energy that, you know, somebody from the past wants to come in and try again. Because they didn't see you the way that, of course they didn't see you. They weren't supposed to. But it's like somebody's going to come in and put the charm on, thinking that they're going to get through. Thinking that they're going to get through your barriers like they did before. And they're going to be rudely mistaken. Spirit, is there any other energy that we can tap into? Because this is lame. Like, I'd rather tap into something beautiful other than the karmic bullshit, you know. I think there's maybe only 2 people out of my past that I would at least... And it's mainly because we still solid, we still good. If we had a fight and there was no communication after, I would have been 100% open to communicate and to resolve and to grow, but why should I be the only one reaching out all the time? Oh, but Aiden, you're so guarded. You know, you don't trust anybody. Of course I don't. I trust my angels. I trust my guides. Okay, putting down burdens. Okay. Alright, this is alright. I like this. So you're putting down 10 of Wands. There's an Ace of Pentacles here. And the World. So there's definitely a closing out of cycles. Right. So the devil's going to come in to try to make you overthink it. Okay. They're going to try to distract you. But you got angels on your side. Yeah. They're trying to thwart the truth, is what's happening. See, the more mixed up you are, the more chaotic you are, the better the devil likes you. You're more malleable and like. You'll pretzel yourself up in a knot in order to get something. That's why they like you like that. To get you all discombobulated and distracted on something stupid. And for what? Some of them don't even realize they're doing the devil's work. All right. Tell me more about this world. Okay, so you need to tap into your intuition. Call your fucking power back, collective. Okay? Okay, so there's some sort of communication coming in about ending things. There's a Chariot on its side. Okay. Putting some sort of journey to rest. What's going on? Okay, illusions. So there's Moon. So there's some sort of emotions. Oh, and the King of Wands in the reverse. Awesome. So there's some sort of emotions that are supposed to get you all riled up, so that way you don't rise. And you're required to call your power back. Yeah, somebody's trying to stop your movement forward, is what it is, by casting illusions. Getting you to react. And it's a love offer is what they want to give you. They want reaction. Page of Swords. They're really not going to correctly when they're coming in. You're being asked to be in a very nurturing energy. But speak your truth and stand on truth. Don't hold back, but don't overreact. You can very well take leadership of this position, of this situation. Wow. Yeah, so now people see your strength. They want to collaborate. People are overwhelmed at the overwhelming, they're just overwhelmed. Some of them have been distracted. Some of them are finding strength. But some Apparently some sort of collaboration. Somebody's overwhelmed of your strength. The Hermit reverse here, about an awakening, is what I'm picking up on that. And there's also Star here, so there's definitely some sort of hope to move forward in a new direction, but I don't know. It depends on who this is. Yeah, see, that's the thing. There's a Death and there's a Ten of Pentacles. The Empress. The Page of Cups reversed. Somebody's not sorry. Somebody doesn't feel they have to apologize for bringing a death to a potential. So otherwise, somebody doesn't feel that they're sorry. They don't feel that they should apologize for bringing a death to your Ten of Pentacles. I don't know about you, collective, but that's I get this feeling that somebody's being put to rest because the Chariot's on its side, King of Cups came out on its side. Apparently the cat's out of the bag and the truth has come out. Somebody's sorry, not sorry. They didn't want having the upper hand and they wanted you missing out. And yeah, they tried to take your destiny. They tried to take what was yours. But the divine gave you no other choice but to surrender at one point, which brought you the truth. This destiny was always yours. It all determined as to how you would show up for it. And for the ones that have done the work, your ancestors are proud of you. A lot of them have mixed feelings. One minute they're happy, the next minute they're sad, the next minute they're happy, the next minute they're mad. Just because of the chaos. There's something very unique about certain memories that they hold in order to connect with you. So if a memory comes up in your mind, chances are the one that is passed on is thinking of you. Welcome in, everybody. Alright, let's try this deck. Let's see what it tells us. Can we get an overall collective message for October? Pretty please, Spirit. Ugh. Why is it always gotta be bad news, Spirit? Alright, so I'm gonna talk about it. And this is kind of crossroads stuff. There's a lot of family units that are going to be dismantled. A lot of them already have been. Spirit's saying something about it's built like that by design. And it's a big, huge epiphany that a lot of people are going to recognize. It's a big, huge psyop. And there's not much, I don't know, maybe it's being spoken about, but it's not being spoken about in particular perspectives. And, okay, yeah, saying pretty well earlier on in the night, and but why? Why am I supposed to say that? And I'm just not supposed to question shit and just say it. But here I am trying to decipher it and put it in a perspective that's not going to get me banned or shadowed or whatever else. Right? So I'm I'm caught between a rock and a hard place to some degree. Each and every, it goes back to a lot of the stuff that I've already said already, like rerun. And constantly repeating myself. But it brings you back to the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is an archetype that you can embody. This queen focuses on nurturing her stability, nurturing a house and making it a home. Anything she gets, she multiplies. You get her ingredients, she make you a beautiful dinner. You get her cloth, and she can pretty well make you anything you want under the sun, whether it be clothes, curtains, whatever. She works very well with earth elements. Also known as the kitchen witch. This particular queen is extremely resourceful. And this queen also knows that she has the elements at her disposal anytime that she needs help with that manifestation. She has magic at her fingertips. And this is the archetype that we need to embody individually, whether we're men or women. This will ultimately bring us back to our own personal sovereignty. We both embody masculine and feminine energy. So you can flip it where you need to go. So we have a pathway where we can nurture and speak and be what we just spoke on, or it spirals into a karmic selfishness. Very, very dark and disgusting. I don't even want to go there. Right? So ultimately have a choice. Nurturing our own stability, which also helps to nurture others. Or the latter, which we're not even going to talk about. All right. Spirit, pray tell, what is the overall message? Somebody's misjudging you. Of course. What is the October message for my collective? Stop playing around. Come on. What do we got? Nothing. Seven of Swords. So this is about being strategic. It's either that or somebody's being sneaky in your energy. Yep, there's some sort of lies. There's lies about a high priest, high priestess. Something about a dark empress. Somebody that self-sabotages. Ten of Swords reversed. Oh, but I think you're getting to the bottom of this. You're peeping this. The deception, the sneakiness. You're calling it out, Spirit. That's what Spirit's saying. They're trying to make it look like you're self-sabotaging. Casting illusions. Making you always want more. But all this is doing is raising your standards, raising your boundaries. Right? And all they're trying to do is make you relive your history over and over and over again. It's almost kind of giving me an energy of keeping you running. You're an emperor. You're stepping into a leadership position. So, like, there's something that you're going to be taking the lead on. It's something that you're going to be standing your ground on. This is something that you're going to use your inner light for. There's a King of Cups here that's emotionally distraught, that needs to reconcile with you. Alright, Spirit, this is really late. Go. Anybody fucking with my live, you're banished. You do not have access or consent to screw my live energetically or in any way. I'm done with that bullshit. My lives are protected. How's about a good message, Spirit? So there'll be a lot of life gonna pass away soon. And I really don't want to talk it much. And this is what the Queen of Pentacles energy is needed for. Otherwise, there will be civil unrest. In other news, somebody's trying to breadcrumb an empress. It's like Spirit's saying token of appreciation. Whatever that means. Can't we all just get along? There's some sort of empress. I think there's a dark empress out there too. That are oh. Okay, so this dynamic is... But anyway, there's two empresses out in the energy field that are fighting for the same emperor. One is genuine and one is not. The one that is trying to be compassionate and understanding and giving you time. But the other one is trying to react. It's definitely giving reactive abuse. It's definitely giving you out of character, getting caught up, being in a position where you're stuck, stagnant. I'm also picking up on another energy of like a whole bunch of particular people talking about you, wanting to have you. And they're all trying to figure out and wager how they want to come in and have some sort of relationship with you. And for some of you, a different timeline, there's actually a little competition. that you don't know about. And people are actually wagering money as to who's actually going to get a chance, which is not. Oh, did the divine peep that? Yes. People are trying to disvalue you basically to a slut. And people wonder a little bit. People wonder why I just... It's so much more people being single. And when you bring yourself to that peace that you can have within yourself, it's very, very difficult to have someone come into your life, maybe in an intimate way, to match that peace and to even enhance it. And I do believe that has something to do with the divine love that you receive from the divine. For every bit you love yourself, the divine will match you. Divine love. And it is healing. And yes, you do receive that in your chakra meditation. When you start up into, when you clear your south node and you're stepping into your north node. Yeah, so that peace that you have is very difficult to match. Be patient. Whatever's ailing you, whatever's choppy, whatever's chaotic in your life, just be patient, be consistent. There is going to be a way. There is going to be a pathway. There are lessons along the way. There's particular decisions. There's you needing to adapt to the changing current. However, with this experience, you will grow, and it will bring you to a new way of looking at things, a new perspective. Collective, if you've been rolling with me since day one or near the beginning, there's been quite a few predictions I've come through with that are to pass. And the biggest reason why I'm here is to try to make better ripples. Ripples that matter. My intention is not to come on here and hate on people. I'm just tired of the karmic energy, the drama, the bullshit. It's relentless. Now, I don't know about you, but we deserve a little bit of peace. Everybody does. I just wish it would heal. Just take the time out, stop being so fucking stubborn, and hash your shit out. Find the kahunas within yourself and the courage to alchemize that shit. And don't do it for me, do it for you. Because you deserve peace too. Even after this time, after all this bullshit that I've had to deal with, I still have compassion. Even for the karmics. Even so, sometimes I want to wring their fucking necks. I don't even know your name is. Do not give advice in my chat, please. Specifically if you're new here. Thanks. I don't need you telling me and telling my tribe to work their marriages like business arrangements. And by the way, if you're new here, check out the description box for further information. All the ways you can donate to the channel are there, and in my link section here on my YouTube. Anyhow, the souls that are in alignment to a soulmate union I'm told that you will be coming in contact, if you've done the work, if you've alchemized it, you will be coming in contact with a soulmate. It is required in order for the raising of the frequency, because we need divine unions. And this whole idea of separation within the matrix is part of the delusion and illusion. They're trying to prevent it from happening. Apparently there's a big, huge solar flare come to Earth. But there's been a lot of different people with different predictions about a flash of light that goes across the Earth. Flash of light is actually us. It is the overall confirmation of the new Earth coming into alignment. We are that flash. And this is why I've been so predominantly consistent with speaking healing and hashing out your shit. Because the more we do that, the more we empower ourselves, the more we stand in our authenticity. The more we do that, the higher the vibration of Earth. The less the karmic energy can stay. Spirit. What's going on? What do we need to know right now? This is lame. Somebody's totally distracting this whole life. Seven of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, somebody's being sneaky. Somebody's trying to take back their words. Somebody's trying to backtrack off the lies that they had. Yeah, somebody's overwhelmed. And of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, apparently somebody wants to heal something. And thinking it. Something to do with the third party. And shit going to shit. Huge tower. Lots of injustice. Lots of sadness. There's a King of Pentacles in reverse. A Queen of Wands in reverse. And the Wands. So there's some sort of, I don't know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and a Aries, Leo, Sag. No longer together. Yeah. Shit went south. Five of Wands. There's definitely some sort of reconciliation. Calming of the waters, at least, with this situation. Oh. I might as well just change the name to Karmic Tarot. The Sun and the Six of Pentacles. So it's like they're trying to slip the money to just shut the fuck up. Somebody's life imploded because they lied and they tried to backtrack on the lies, and it in their face. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Somebody's being left out in the cold. Yep. There's some sort of betrayal. With the Hierophant and the Gemini. So there's a Taurus and a Gemini regarding this. Page of Pentacles. There's definitely some sort of breadcrumbing. And there's some sort of Ten of Wands. So there's something, somebody's putting sort of burdens. Somebody had a wake-up call. Could have been a King of Cups. Not getting the upper hand in a particular situation, feeling betrayed, or wanting to go in a particular direction, nurturing their truth. People did not see this coming, and it created a huge conflict. Somebody is unable to heal, somebody can no longer walk away, and someone knows they have to wrestle something. They're just thinking and pondering and going through a dark night of the soul as to how they're going to bring this Ten of Cups back together. Interesting. You've found independence, collective. And there's no equal give and take with that, because there's a lot of instability and sadness between this connection. And there's a lot of sabotage too. And hewing and injustice. Which is it's going to be power in itself. Which brought you to this whole situation where you are emotionally independent. You're finding your own wish fulfillment. This is why you're filling your own cup. Right? This is why you're staying single. This is why you're celibate. We learn our lessons for a reason. That'll get better, Julie. You just gotta empower yourself out of the fog. That's the worst part. You're not fucking crazy, Julie. Right? Coco, don't be telling anybody to have a beer. Because you don't know what their situation is. Yeah, the devil in the reverse. Probably better to stay sober. Yeah, that's what narcissists do, Julie. Yeah, they're trying to turn your world upside down. Bring a death to your worthless, you know, to make you feel worthless. But you're building a new foundation, you're rising to the top. You have potential, Julie. Right? Sometimes the old self has to die off for the new self to be born. Right? You will overcome this betrayal. Even though you're thinking that you're good for nothing, you're going to come out on the other side. You need to fill your own up. And you need to call your power back. Alright, Spirit. I'm only going to do this for 5 people. So put your hearts in the chat if you'd like a message from Spirit. Anybody else? I get a great reluctancy. Like, people are reluctant. Like they're creeped out. They don't know. They don't. Some of you are used to it. Alright, Coco. Spirit, if there was a message for Coco, what would it be? What would be the best blessed message for Coco? What do they need to know right now? Preferably YouTube friendly. Okay, so you're coming out of a really tumultuous time. Message for Coco. Five of Pentacles. So you could be feeling a little bit alone right now. Feeling isolated. Feeling worthless. Feeling depressed. Really not too sure as to where you fit in the grand scheme of things. And you could be feeling kind of stagnant. Could be having car trouble too as well. What's the solution, Spirit? What's the solution? Five of Swords. So it's like you need to get up and fight. You need to fight for what's right. Maybe there's a fire. You need to put the fire out. Maybe it's just as simple as that. And the thing is right after that, there's an Ace of Wands. This requires some growth on your part. Changing a perspective as to how you love and how you show compassion. This is you sticking up for yourself. Equal give and take with this, but you have to show up for it. You have to claim it. There's clearly roadblocks, there's clearly rocks, there's clearly red tape, there's clearly a whole bunch of shit. No fucking doubt. Granted. But it shows if you stand your ground with this and you change the way you look at it and the way you nurture it, speak up, there is an give and take here. There's definitely a reciprocal energy, a balance. With that Tower card in reverse and the Chariot in reverse and the Five of Pentacles, it's like kind of, I'm picking up on some sort of like an accident. Yeah, you have the ability to step into an Empress energy, but you have to claim it. And stepping into this Empress energy should not be overwhelming. All it would require you to do is nurture the truth in order to release this betrayal. Whatever this betrayal is. You just need to nurture your truth. And I'm really picking up on the fact that the truth will set you free. And I'm really kind of picking up on even the fact that you may be self-abandoning. In a sense, you're settling, so you're abandoning yourself by settling. But in order to be inspired to do something, you need to alchemize the energy, right? Spirit's saying something about a change of scenery. So maybe go somewhere else. Go for a walk. Go to a park. Because the change of scenery will bring you different energy. Something that you can alchemize and focus with. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This isn't Tinder, Pichu. So it's really about nurturing your truth. It's about standing on business. It's about changing the perspective on how you people and how you allow them to take advantage of you is a big one. How you abandon yourself by settling with chaotic comfort is really coming. It's about bringing your self-worth back up to a degree to step into this Empress energy and to not be overwhelmed at the fact that you are worthy of Empress energy. But there's still work to get there. There's still work to do to level up. But this Empress energy is really picking up on something to aim at. And the potential is there. So it's definitely something to look. It would be worth your while. Hearts in the chat. Put your hearts in the chat. I'm going to pick 2 of 5. This is not a pay-to-play event. This is a fee. Unless you're a member, then you already got dibs. But Aiden, I already put my hearts in the chat. We'll do it again. Work it. You gotta work for it. That's the only catch. You're welcome, Coco. Call your power back there, honey. Things will be alright. Wow, everybody don't do it all at once. It might jam the system. Alright, Maureen. Great Spirit, is there any beautiful message for Maureen? Okay. What do we got? Oh, Empress and the Chariot coming out in the reverse. Kind of picking up on some sort of a party that you're invited to. Is it some sort of plans are going to be canceled at the last minute? It's really kind of giving me a gala. Like it's really up tier kind of stuff. Like you're dressed up to the nines. I don't know if it's a fashion show or... I don't know. But I do see some sort of a red carpet. So there could be some sort of celebrity kind of situation moving along with that. Not a clue. But who knows? If you're new here, check out the description. Okay, Spirit. You need to stand on business where it requires something to do with your family. The Page of Wands reversed, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. You may be having a difficult time differentiating between your empathy and your intuition. You don't know whether it's an empathic nudge or an intuitive nudge, or if it's just anxiety. You're having a hard time deciphering what's what. Things will balance out. The differences between your intuition and your empathy is your empathy has, your intuition does not. Okay? And that's the difference. So when you get an intuitive nudge, there's not going to be any emotion connected to it. It's just going to come in, sit there, and you're going to receive it. Your brain is going to bounce it around a little bit to understand it. And it's just going to sit there, waiting for some sort of action or reaction. Any. It all depends on what you choose to do with that information. Empathy is a feeling of emotion that'll come over you. Sadness, happiness, whatever the case may be. And people use a lot of empathy to project onto other people. So, yeah. That's the difference. Some people work it to be positive energy and some negative, depending on their intent, right? And it all it all does matter to some degree. But yeah, we have the Hangman and the Ten of Cups. So there's been a lot of sacrifice, there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, there's been a lot of lessons, there's been a lot of knowledge and wisdom over these years regarding family. And you're really needing to stand on business with this. It's really saying something about leading by example. I don't know what it would be called, being of the matriarch of the family. And I'm being told it's changing hands to some degree. So this is going to be significant for you. A lot of cycles are closing for you, which may alarm you a little bit. You're not going to be used to the peace and quiet. The peace and the quiet and the silence might startle you. You might need to turn the radio on. This is ultimately going to help you alchemize and walk away and finally leave the burdens in the past. You very well could be headed for a dark night of the soul, but this is not going to be a breakdown. It will be through, and you need to realize that. You need to hold on to that. Okay? Call on your higher power. Call on the divine. You're damn right you deserve better, and you need to find the strength. You need to find the warrior within to rise above all of this that you're dealing with. Okay? You're dealing with an outright asshole. Right? That's probably dancing with the devil. But you need to take a leadership position on this and continue moving forward, planting seeds. There's going to be someone come into your reality that's going to give you news of a new possibility for you. Something tells me that there will be some sort of overthinking regarding this. This could actually expose something. But this will ultimately set you free. And there will be an Ace of Pentacles involved with this as well. It's either giving me, like, it's giving severance package, it's giving a bonus, it's giving a new job title, it's giving something. There's definitely a change happening. It could be an offer to a new job. But understand that with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, it's too good to be true. They're kind of breadcrumbing you. It's going to be illuminated to you. So take your time making any decisions. It's almost as if they want to get you in a new position and then phase it out. Yeah, they're casting illusions. So if you see, yeah, there's the Three of Swords with the moon. So there's just somebody here, somewhere along the lines, that's trying to betray you. And they're trying to betray your foundation and your stability and your ability to have clarity and move forward. You need to call your power back and step into your high priestess energy. Stay vigilant, Green. Stay vigilant. All right, Leah. Are you still here? Welcome, Marine. Leah. Leah. Kinda like cha-cha-cha-chia. I'm just kidding. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. All right. Pray tell what Kitty needs to know right now. Spirit, can we give her a good message? She's been kind of going through it. Oh, thank you, Dave. Right back at you, bro. Alright. Spirit, what's Kitty's message? What's the best blessed message for Kitty Cat? Alright. Starting off pretty strong. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Swords. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that these accidents are targeted, kid. They just stay too close together to be a coincidence. Yeah, there's illusions being cast. Manipulation regarding a relationship. You're about to be tapped in for this. You're going to be having some epiphanies. It's going to be some major wake-up call. Somebody that was compassionate to you was actually trying to sabotage you. Somebody playing in your face. It's going to dawn on who to pour into and who not to very soon. It's going to come in like a floodgate opening up. It might be a little overwhelming. Somebody's trying to open up old wounds. I'm really picking up on the fact that family. There's definitely a major tower happening. But there's a lot of lies and deception regarding this, and you need to try to stay out of the fray to make the right decision as far as love. And I think you need to pour into yourself. I'm also seeing with this Knight of Cups in the reverse, somebody's going to come and show their true colors. But it's going to help you realize shit, and it's going to help you balance out. Somebody didn't expect you to walk away from their breadcrumbs. Somebody thought that it was enough, but you weren't selling yourself anymore. Just give me a minute, collective. I'm going to top up my tea. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll do 2 more. Did you want a? Oh, Dave, what's going on? Okay, Renee, so I'll take that as a no. Oh, so you want a message now? Or you want me to take... Way to confuse me. Yeah, Renee's pretty good stuff, eh? Okay. Spirit, what we got for Renee? Can we tell her some good news, please? So we got Eight of Cups coming out here on its side. So that could very well mean a challenge, emotionally walking away from a situation. Okay. Alright, so this is alchemizing a betrayal. Base steps. It's not a rush. It's a journey. Okay, so you're trying to walk away emotionally from the betrayal. Something to do with the family, something to do with the current status quo, whatever, for your family unit. Could be your immediate family, whether there's kids involved, and a husband or ex-husband, whatever the case. You're in the process of just kind of alchemizing is what I'm feeling. You're kind of in the thick of it at the moment. However, there are ways that you can alchemize this into a Ten of Cups right side up. And I think that's what Spirit's trying to tell me. There's still hope here for you. There's still hope here for the situation. Not necessarily hope with the ex, but if you guys got kids between you guys, you know, it's kind of that soul contract you can't really get rid of. It kind of lingers for some time, if you know what I mean. Again, this is about you stepping in empathy. This could be you birthing a new idea. This could be representing a new baby. It could represent a new company. It doesn't have to be a child, but there's definitely some sort of rebirth, some sort of something. Or you're building something. You're nurturing a new project. And if not yet, I think there should be something of that nature. And maybe it's regarding something with your family. I don't know if you have a daughter, but they could be pregnant. I don't know. That's also coming into mind because with the Empress of Cups, this is family. So there could be a new birth in the family, whether that be with a family member or, I don't know. The King of Cups in reverse. Yeah. The father's a toxic, emotional quack. Whoever this is. The King of Cups and the Devil. Emperor. Yeah, the daddy is, they've got no emotion. They're emotionally inept and very toxic. Trying to show up like an emperor. chaotic, and definitely not pleasing. Page of Wands. They play a good game. They provide a decent foundation, but they're very deceptive. And it's very difficult to tap into. This particular person is very charming, and I don't know why it's become about them regarding your reading. I don't know why they're so significant, but there could very well be something significant regarding October with you involved. Can I get a better message for Renee? All right. Okay, so there's going to be some people that are going to come in to help collaborate to bring this cycle to an end. Okay? Because it shows you being really, really overwhelmed with a particular situation. But you're going to get collaboration. Spirit. So you might think by closing out this cycle once and for all and dropping these particular burdens that are overwhelming you, the divine is trying to collaborate with you. But you're feeling that there's going to be a major imbalance here. You just need to be consistent, you need to move forward, and you need to stay focused. Okay? Because there's going to be a portion of this where you're going to feel kind of left out. There's going to be a portion of this where you're not going to feel like you're included in something. But it's it may be reality, but it's an illusion. It's basically get you in a particular mind frame. Alchemize it. Do I have any members that want a message? So somebody's pissed off. They're all in their emotions because you are as good as you say you are. Somebody's pissed off that you ended the cycle and walked away. And as you're walking away, you're literally moving into your success. Of course that's going to burn a little. Specifically for your exes, your ops, the people that wanted to bring you down. For them to see you walk away from them and for you to walk right into your success. That's going to burn a little. They're probably crying in the back corner. Yeah, all want to apologize. All because they couldn't take accountability. Somebody wanted to overthink the betrayal, only for them to do it again. They want to make you feel like you're getting wish fulfillment, but it's not. They wanted you fighting for your life. And that's why they're trying to get you to overthink the betrayal. Because if business, you're in alignment to receive 7 full blessings. Stand on business. Don't forget what they do. Okay, so June, I don't know if you got the memo, but mammograms are not good for you, my dear. From what I've heard through the grapevine of all the lady grapes, apparently a self-diagnosis, a self-exam, find out if there are any growth, any mass, any bumps, or anything that you might want to check out. But that would be a once a month check before, during, or after a shower. Time when you're a little bit more relaxed. And do a self-exam. Get to know your body. If something comes up and it's somewhat alarming, that's when you would order your mammogram. To go for a yearly mammogram is only stressing you out more than what it needs to be. So that would be my recommendation. Mind you, I'm not a doctor, but it's just been a recommendation factors that I've heard for the ladies. Mm. The fact that it's a yearly test isn't so bad, but it's still radiation, right? I don't even know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. I'm feeling rather scatterbrained. To where this isn't a fucking Tinder, where people can come on in and meet and greet and exchange people's numbers and whatever else. And then all I have is dating apps for my adverts. Is YouTube trolling now? Mystical Forest, what do you got for my collective? What do you want? If you react negatively to the success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. What comfort zone? I'm not allowed to have comfort, Spirit. Apparently. Yeah, whatever you wish. When you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel the peace. The world is to you. Apparently somebody doesn't want you to start a new chapter. It's like somebody's willing to give you anything you want, but they don't want you to start a new chapter with them. And I don't know why, but I get this feeling like without you in their life, it's like they're missing a key. Apparently, yeah. So you're going to have somebody come in and ask you basically, what do you want? What do you want from them? They'll give you whatever the fuck you want. Something about not starting a new chapter. Something about the fact that there is no key. There's no perseverance. Somebody doesn't want you to persevere. Somebody's trying to disempower you. Get you to overthink as far as acting. Like taking action. They want to stall you out. They want to siphon off of your inspiration. They can eat shit and choke on a rock, as far as I'm concerned. I rebuke them. I banish them. They do not have consent to be in my energy or my collectives. Because that's bullshit. I think that's it. That's all for tonight, collective. So there's going to be like October Madness. Everybody's saying, everybody and their brothers saying everybody's getting some blessings. Well, if you get blessings, you get blessings. But I do know it's a collective message about there's certain people going to be getting communication about particular scenarios. And this is communication you've been waiting on for a long time. So I get a feeling that it very well could be a little bit overwhelming. You're saying it may be a game changer. May change the game, may change your perspective. Spirit saying something about keeping your wits about you. Walk into this as an observer rather than being in your own shoes. Because by being in your own shoes, they have the ability to trigger you. By walking into this situation with observer mode on, you're just observing, you're taking notes. You're not giving any reactions, you're just very, I don't want to say cold. You're just unbothered, is the feeling I'm picking up. And it's not even numb. You have the ability to feel emotion, but you're unbothered. It's like what used to scare you before does not scare you anymore. It's peanuts. It's breadcrumbs compared to the whole loaf of bread. For some of you, there is definitely clarity coming in, communication. There's opportunities. And I'm trying to bypass all the karmic bullshit because I don't even want to look at it. The karmics, they be karmicking and they be getting judgment for what they've done. It's definitely in the works. Some of them are actually trying to fly, trying to go on vacation, quotation unquotation. They're going to need a vacation from their vacation because it's going south real quick. Wherever they decide to trust, it's not going to go over well for them. I'm also seeing something about illness. So not that I'm calling anybody on it, I'm not wishing it at all, but I do see some sort of an unsettled stomach. Like there's definitely some sort of bug or flu or something that will be running rampant. It could be to do with the water. Kind of picking up on Mexico, but I could be wrong. But yeah, there is it's pointless. Thank you, Maureen. Greatly appreciated, my dear. Thank you. I'm gonna move to channeling instead, because I find that I can zip on through a little bit better. Okay, Spirit, I'll go with the flow. Can I get a collective vision of the week or so? Let's go with the first 2 weeks of October. An overall view. There's definitely something being said about the temperatures being higher than normal. For some regions, we're looking at the possibility of not getting snow well until February of next year. Any places over the winter time between now and March, most of winter will be in the supposed calendar New Year. Now keep in mind, what I consider New Year is rather than January 1st. I consider my New Year as of Beltane, the spring equinox. So there's going to be a lot of different situations, and I'm not really getting into political stuff, but there's definitely a lot of changes happening politically, governmentally, within the next 2 weeks. It's going to bring about a whirlwind of emotions, I'm being told. I'm also being shown a drawing board. I'm showing a dry erase board. And it's really kind of giving me a feeling of going back to the drawing board. And like as I'm hearing that part, the dry erase board is being erased. So there's a particular situation where people are going to have to look at something with honest eyes again, officially. And with that is going to be a humongous amount of disclosure. And this is different bits of information that have been hidden from the population for quite some time. that what is in the dark is coming to light. And I think this is where there's a lot of chaos and a lot of unbalanced energy because of disclosure. Now, this disclosure will continue on throughout the middle of the month into the latter week of the month. And there's something about it simmering down. It's like, it's really kind of picking up on the fact that the cat's out of the bag. The truth is out. And I'm getting a very big sense of betrayal. And Spirit's asking me to clarify, it has something to do with the last 5 years. 5 to 6 years. It has the potential to create unrest. Because it's kind of like I'm seeing the sun in my peripherals of my third eye. So picking up on like what is being revealed is going to sting a little. It's going to piss you off, but it will also set you free. I'm also picking up on a reconciliation and an accountability. I'm also getting some sort of a money. There's some sort of a it's almost kind of giving me a feeling of somebody trying to buy your love. Going up in their face. So education-wise, for the month of October, there are going to be discoveries. These are breakthroughs. Spirit's saying they were found a while ago. They aired them yet. And it's something that is apparently going to revolutionize medicine. They've been trying extremely hard to rewire and redirect this psyops. They're trying to alchemize and bring reason for the deception. They're trying to gaslight and create a excuse as to why they lied to you. Particularly regarding some sort of mandate. But overall, the breakthroughs that we're going to have in the month of October are going to be pretty game-changing. There's particularly 4 or 5, all in all. Economically, things are flush. Flush? Is it flushed or flush? Flushing? Flush. As in equal. As in... It's almost kind of giving me null and void. I'm getting this vision that they're going to try to bring online, and the startup of it is going to fail miserably. Okay? So when they're out there and they're, they're telling you go and do a particular thing, or, you might want to just hold off and take a step back. I'm not necessarily saying yes or no to it, but I'm just saying step back and just wait it out a little bit. Get all the facts before you sign on the dotted line. And be very, very careful what you're signing away to. Because what might look like a pretty face could very well be evil inside. Using your discernment is going to save you a whole heck of a lot of heartache, confusion, and frustration. The housing market has already taken a dive. It's going to continue to dive. Houses may go at a cheaper rate, but the interest will still be high. So it's almost an illusion. Because it almost seems like for every house that you buy and you sell, it's almost as if... Spirit, where was I going with that? I'm trying to have a hard time wrapping my head around it. Of where I was going with that. But there's definitely going to be a bit of a crash. There already is. It's already happening. And it's not necessarily on any one particular nation, but it's being blamed on faith. People are losing faith in particular products. People are being more conscious as to what they're spending their time, their energy, and their money on. So yeah, there will be a bit of a instability. There will be a bit of an isolation from the status, the norm. I do see things changing for the better going into November, December, into January, for the beginning of the next first quarter. I do see a lot of money changing hands, a lot of different companies changing hands, a lot of different new positions. Um, there's going to be some sort of a, I almost want to say an energetic reset regarding there's going to be some sort of programs created to bring back the trades. That's definitely going to be a modification that's coming up. Because all of our older generation tradesmen are falling into retirement. So because of the new era, um, the new generation, it's needing to focus on particular wisdom. A lot of this has to do with adapting. Hmm. The weather is going to be rather sporadic. It is going to be on the warmer side. Less rain than expected. Hmm. Alright, collective. I think that's it. That's all for the channeling for this evening. If you're near the coastlines, you might want to move inland. You want to be at least, I want to say 50 meters or more above sea level. If you're in the lower laying areas closer, like Florida, I tell ya, but it's not looking good for Florida. and the southeastern and southwestern coast of the United States. The west coast is apparently supposed to be getting hit really bad by weather, and could very well be earthquakes, it very well could be hurricanes, could very well be a lot of different things. But because of the temperature being so much warmer, it's going to show the storm more. And wherever you reside within those alleys and crevices on the earth, you will know your weather. Just kind of be looking out for the passive chaos. It's very, very passive, kind of very stagnant weather, but it's got little bits of chaos and little storms mixed in along with it. For those specifically that are in alignment to your soulmate union, that does require you to remove yourself from celibacy in order to be in alignment with that. And that's why I choose celibacy over just single, because I'm still in my own space rather than, you know, I'm just trying to be within myself before I require it from anyone else. But anyway, sweet dreams, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one.